Good morning, students. Welcome to my class. Hope all of you are keeping fine. This is lesson 3. Okay, no pencil. In class 1B English literature, I am going to teach you lesson 3. No pencil. Okay, this is actually a poem by Ken Nesbitt. Okay, now let us just start. Okay, do you like to draw and color? I think each and every child likes to draw and color, isn't it? You also love to draw and color. Okay, did you ever draw anything on the wall? As small children, you out to do this, isn't it? As small children, if you have any small brothers and sisters, you have your siblings also, you will see they are also doing something on the wall. They'll just take a pencil, they'll just take a color and they will start rubbing it on the wall. If they can't do anything also, small children, see, they cannot draw any shapes, they cannot draw anything particular, but they will just rub it on the wall for fun. Okay, so as small children, you also have done. Okay, now also you are still small, and if you have any brother and sister, if you have any sibling, they also do this, isn't it? So what did your mother say when you did so? So obviously your mummy is going to scold you, or your mom is going to scold you when you do this. But as small children, they don't understand also. Okay, and now also you are too small, but now you can understand that you should not draw anything on the wall. Now you understand, isn't it? Okay, so let us start. Okay, but I think each and every child likes to draw, isn't it? Draw with colors. Okay, so no pencil, no marker. The child is saying there is no pencil, there is no marker. This is a marker. See, I am writing on the board with the marker only, isn't it? So this is a marker. No pencil, there is no pencil, the child is saying. There is no marker also. No paint brush is there. With the paintbrush you paint. Okay, watercolors we use paintbrush. So there is no paintbrush also. No pen. No, nothing to draw with or paint with again. See, there is no pen. There is no pencil. There is no marker. There is no paintbrush. There is no pen. So there is nothing to draw. Okay, so that the child will draw again. No, nothing to draw with or paint with again. So the child has nothing. That means what? Mummy has taken everything. There is nothing left with the child. Okay, no blue paint. There is no blue paint also. There is no green paint also. There is no colors actually. No pink paint, no red. Mom takes them away when I color my head. So when the child is coloring his head, you see here in the picture, the child has colored his head with all these colors. So mom has taken everything. Okay, mommy has not kept a single color with the child. Okay, so you see, it's nice poem, funny poem, isn't it? No pencil, no marker, no paintbrush, no pen, no nothing to draw with or paint with again. The child has nothing left with him. Why? Mummy has taken everything. No blue paint, no green paint, no pink paint, no red. That means no red paint also. Blue, green, pink, red, there are no colors left. Mom takes them away when I color my head. So the child is little sad. He was coloring his head so nicely. You see, all his full body is full with colors. His head is full with colors. So mom has taken everything. Mummy has taken everything. Isn't it? You see here, such a funny poem. Isn't it? Okay, you see, understanding the text we are going to do. The child did not have any pencil to draw with. Okay, A number we are going to do. Okay, you see, this is A. Take the correct answers. The child did not have any dash to draw with. So you see, two options are given here. The child did not have any pencil to draw with, isn't it? He did not have any pencil because mom has taken everything, isn't it? Number 2, you see, dash takes away the paints and the pencils. Dash takes away the paints and the pencils. Who has taken away the paints and the pencils? Okay, father or mother? So, mother. Okay, mother takes away the pens and the paints and the pencils. Okay, answer the following questions. Now you see here, name any two things mentioned in the poem that are used for coloring. So you see here in this poem you have to mention two things that are used for coloring. Okay, so what are the two things used for coloring? You see here, see, just see, wait. Now you see the question answers. Answer the following questions we are going to do. Okay, B number, this is B. Number 1, answer the following questions. Number 1, name any two things. Name any two things mentioned in the poem Name any two things mentioned in the poem that are used for coloring. That are used for coloring. Okay, so name any two things mentioned in the poem that are used for coloring. So what will be the answer? Number 1 will be, two blanks are given there. So any two things you have to write that are used for coloring. So marker and paintbrush. Okay, marker, you write down marker and paintbrush. They are used for coloring, isn't it? With a marker also you can color, and with a paintbrush also you can color. Okay, so marker and paintbrush, they are used for coloring. Okay, again, once again I am repeating the question. Name any two things mentioned in the poem that are used for coloring. So you can use a marker for coloring. Okay, and you can use the paintbrush for coloring. Okay, you can also use pen for coloring. You can also use pencils for coloring. Okay, for shading you can use. Alright, name any two colors mentioned in the poem. You see here, next number, name any two colors, name any two colors mentioned in the poem. So there are 4 colors mentioned in the poem, isn't it? Mentioned in the poem. Name any two colors mentioned in the poem. Okay, so the answer, any two colors, there are actually 4 colors mentioned in the poem, isn't it? Blue, green, pink and red. So let us write down blue and green. Okay, blue and green. So name any two colors mentioned in the poem. What are they? Blue and green. Okay, now you see here. Okay, we have done both the questions. Once again you see, name any two things mentioned in the poem that are used for coloring. Marker and paintbrush. Name any two colors mentioned in the poem. Blue and green. Okay, so playing with words we will do. Okay, so children, now we are going to do playing with words. Okay, this is playing with words. Okay, we are going to do this. Okay, now you see here, this is write the opposite of this words. This is A. We are going to do this. Write the opposites of these words. Use the words from the box. Okay, here 4 words are given in the box. Okay, give will be take. What will be the opposite of give? The opposite of give will be take. Okay, next one you see, what will be the opposite of big? Opposite of big will be small. These are all opposite words, okay? Big, small, okay? Next one is wet. Wet will be dry. What will be the opposite of wet? It will be dry. And next one will be up. What will be the opposite of up? Opposite of up will be down. Okay, so playing with words, number A you see, write the opposite of these words, use the words from the box. These are all opposite words, okay? What is the first one you see? Give, take. Big, small, wet, dry, up and down. Okay, so we have done this. Next one you see, match the people with the work they do. Okay, now you see here, match the people with the work they do. We are going to do this also, okay? Match the people with the work they do. Okay, this is number B, exercise B, playing with words, exercise B. Okay, now you see here, what is the work of a teacher? Number 1. Okay, let us write down. What is the work of a teacher? So you see here, a teacher, here it is given, options are there. So a teacher teaches, you know, a teacher teaches. You have to write down this in your copies, okay? A teacher teaches. Number 2 you see. Number 2, a baker. So a baker bakes, okay? A baker. What is the work of a baker? A baker bakes. Number 3 you see. A cobbler. What is the work of a cobbler? A cobbler mends. Cobbler, mend my shoe. So a cobbler mends. Isn't it? A cobbler mends. Next one you see, a dancer dances. A dancer, what is the work of a dancer? She dances, isn't it? She dances. Alright, next one you see, number 5. It is a pilot. A pilot, he flies the aeroplanes, isn't it? A pilot, he flies the aeroplanes, helicopters, isn't it? So, a pilot flies. And number 6, there are 6 only. A painter paints. A painter paints. Okay, so you see we have done this. Okay, once again you please see this one. So playing with words we are doing, this is B. Okay, here match the people with the work they do. You are going to do straight matching in your English literature copies. Alright, okay, now you see a teacher. What is the work of a teacher? A teacher teaches. Okay, a baker bakes. What is the work of a baker? He bakes. Okay, a cobbler. What is the work of a cobbler? He mends. A cobbler mends. What is the work of a dancer? Okay, so you see here a dancer. It will be a dancer dances. What is the work of a dancer? She dances. What is the work of a pilot? He flies. What is the work of a painter? He paints. Okay, so a teacher teaches, a baker bakes, a cobbler mends, a dancer dances, a pilot flies, a painter paints. Okay students, so we have done, this is just a small funny poem. We have done this poem, isn't it? No pencil. We have done the exercises, understanding the text A and B we have done through this video, and playing with words A and B we have done in this video. Okay students, please copy all the things in your notebooks, that is your copies. Okay, thank you.